The former South African president, Thabo Mbeki, explained detailedly how a former head of state in Africa have been struggling to urge President Paul Biya to call for a dialogue to end the Anglophone crisis. But President Paul Biya has been avoiding that, and they even sent a representative to Yaoundé, and the representative was corrupted. They confused him, and he ended up not handing over their petition to President Paul Biya. I will allow you to listen to the video, but this is the whole issue that TFA Talking Point keeps talking about every blessed day, that the government of President Paul Biya is in southern Cameroon not to end the crisis, but to make life miserable for the people of southern Cameroon to migrate to Francophone region in order to be assimilated. If they have been doing this behind without us knowing, and then he came out openly to say that this is what they have been doing, and the government of Cameroon refused to listen to or have been avoiding to call for a dialogue to end the crisis. Meaning President Paul Biya is having an agenda in southern Cameroon, holding on to the military solution. We say it can never work and it will not work. But I am congratulating the former presidents in Africa, especially Thabo Mbeki of South Africa, who was a president for some period in South Africa, for the interest they have for the people of Southern Cameroon to be free, and for all those who are participating and contributing, that God will bless you people. If this is your first time on TFA Talking Point, subscribe to our channel and also share this video. Thank you very much.
Challenges in Cameroon that have been going on now for some time, including the violent conflict within Cameroon, kind of civil war. So we've been trying to talk to President Biya about this thing, to say as the African Forum, that's a former heads of state of Africa, to talk to President Biya to say we are ready to assist you, to work with you to solve this conflict. And we haven't gone very far because he's not been very keen to be assisted to address these challenges. So I then talked to as the Africa Forum were doing this thing, I talked to the Commission of the African Union to say to them, but colleagues, what are you doing about this conflict in Cameroon? So one of the commissioners then tells me that we discussed the matter as a commission and decided that one of us should visit Cameroon to engage the president and everybody to see that what can we do as a union. And she said to me that, and indeed our colleague went. And I was sitting here in Addis Ababa watching the news. And in the news, it showed my colleague arriving in Yaoundé and walked down a red carpet. And she says, you know, President, when I saw my colleague walking down that red carpet, I knew that the mission had failed. So I say, no, this is a puzzling statement to make. He says, it's because the way they arranged that reception was to drive the notion into the head of my colleague that you are a very important person. So you are received with great grandeur. So in the end, it's the visit itself which becomes the objective, not its outcome. So I knew that my colleague would be so happy that he was received so well, and the red carpet and the champagne, this and that and the other. The mission would die. It's a crude reflection of the death of the Pan-Africanist objective. You can't sit there as a full-time functionary of the African Union and you go there to solve a very serious conflict among the Cameroonian people, but you don't carry it out because all that happened, that satisfies you, is that I was given all the necessary protocol and the due and so on. So now I'm a big person. It means there's something that has disappeared in terms of our consciousness and so on. But I'm saying that, you see,